Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday night, and I am coming to you live. It's hump day, so those of us who have a typical work week, we are halfway through and ready to go on the we're on the downside of the hill. I am just inviting a few people in to join us this evening. And before I get started, it's been kind of a crazy day for me, busy with work and things. But I also, I was hit, actually, it started last night. I was hit with terrible allergies. So I'm a little congested. Excuse my nasally voice. I got my Kleenex here and I've been sneezing, and it's just, it's Cincinnati time, spring in Cincinnati. Funny thing is that my husband has been suffering with allergies really badly for several months. And I wasn't affected at all. And just in the last couple of days, his cleared up, and he's been feeling much better. And then, as I said yesterday, it started to hit me. I got the little tickle in my throat and my nose and my eyes. And so today, it's just been like full on discomfort. And so once I get off here this evening, I'm actually going to go to bed, try to get a good night's sleep. My eyes are tired and feel like I need to, but I did want to take just a few minutes to come on tonight. And what I wanted to talk about tonight has to do with mindset. Mindset is such a huge concept, and it's something that can totally change your life if you change your mindset about various things that you struggle with or that are difficult for you. And thinking about having a mindset that is a positive mindset, looking for the good, trying to achieve, trying to get better, is really, really beneficial. And what I saw something today, a post that a friend of mine had posted, and it said, "Stop being afraid of what could go wrong and focus on what could go right." And when I read that, it just hit me, because this is something that I personally have been working on for a long time. I have traditionally been a worrier. If there's something coming up or something that, a situation or an event or something that's an unknown or something that's I'm unsure about, my mind has typically always gone to the worry. What if such and such happens? Or, and I always worry. I've been, I feel like I really have been blessed in my life, and usually things work out. And even if they don't work out the way I had planned, I believe that they work out the way they're supposed to, and I can always learn lessons from it. So I feel like I've spent a lot of time throughout my life worrying about things for no reason. And I worry over silly things. And then, thankfully, usually things all work out either for the good, or I can get some good out of it, even if it's not the best situation. But so I've really been working recently on changing that mindset and trying to get rid of that worrying part of me, and it's something that it's an ingrained habit, and we all have our own fears, and we all have things that we are concerned about and we worry about, but I have been trying to not be as much of a worrier and know that things happen, and that things will work out the way they're supposed to. That being said, it's not always easy to do, but when I came across that post earlier today, and I heard, and I stopped and I read it again, and again it said, "Stop being afraid of what can go wrong or what could go wrong. Focus on what could go right." And it resonated with me because of my situation, and it also reminded me of a conversation that I was part of last night. We have a weekly call that is available to all of our clients that helps people along their journey. And we were kind of talking about this idea, and that whole idea of asking what if questions. So when you start asking yourself what if, they can take two two paths. You can either ask what if in a worrying sense, what if the negatives, or you can ask the what ifs in the positive. And that's something that I have really been trying myself to change my way of thinking. So, when you're going to start something new or if something's coming up, if you're asking, well, what if I can't do it? What if I'm not going to be successful? What if I fail? What if it doesn't work? What if I put so much effort into it and then it doesn't turn out as I had planned it to? What if I do all of this hard work for whatever the situation is and no one notices and I don't get any accolades for it? There's all kinds of what ifs we can ask in the negative, but turning that around and switching it to the positive and thinking about what is, how can you, what's the opposite of that? What if I do it and it works? What if I am successful? What if I'm able to achieve all my goals? What if this brings happiness into my life? What if I get that promotion at work? People notice how hard I've worked on this and it leads to a promotion or a pay increase, whatever that may be. What if I help others? What if I inspire other people? And so when you switch those what ifs from the negative to the positive, it changes your mindset. It changes your whole feeling and your whole way that you relate to whatever the circumstance is. For me, how I approach something when I'm asking myself the what if questions that are the positives, I go in with that positive attitude, and I am much more likely to succeed. And this is something that I talk with my students about at school as well. Instead of them saying, I can't do this, well, what if I don't know how? Or what if I don't know what to do? Instead of saying that, turn it around. What if I do my best and I succeed? What if I do better on this than I've ever done before? What if I read this story and I understand it and I can talk about it and write about it? Those kinds of things, that change in mindset changes the whole trajectory, because if you're asking yourself those negative what if questions, you're going to stay low. Okay, because you're worried and you're working in fear, and you're letting things stop you. But if you turn that around and you're asking those what if in a positive way and thinking about what the good things are, you're going to rise to that. You're going to rise to those occasions and you're going to do better and strive to do better because that's your mindset. So again, it's a fairly simple concept, but many of us struggle with this. And as I said, this is something that I struggle with on a regular basis. And I'm really working to stay focused on the positives. When I start to go into that self-doubt time, or when I start to go into the negative what ifs, I've been working on stopping myself, being aware, stopping myself, and turning it around and pushing those negatives away and reframing it with a positive, because those what ifs can either hold us back or they can set us free. And I'm really trying to get myself to a place where I have that freedom. And by having that right mindset, it's going to help me do that. So I hope everyone has a great night. I hope this was something that you can think about and apply in your own life and will help you to reach your highest heights. And I will be back tomorrow. But I hope everyone has a great night, and I will see you then.